Greetings, everyone. It is I, Juliet, who is about to say that today is a special day amongst couples, shippings, and so forth. And this one is no exception, for the story is about how one simple day can make some people become a little closer than how they usually would be. And now I present you a lunch day outing. Thank you, Juliet. You may go. Indeed. Well, everyone, this is another, well, shipping story of which, well, this one was done by me, and, well, it was a recent one. Let's just say it's going to involve good old Mama Bird Nymphis, and, of course, Battle Lord Cuckoo. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, well, it's Valentine's Day. And because I don't really have any other shippings to do. You know, stories and all. So, yeah, we're going to be doing this. And note, there pretty much isn't really that much of a warning in this. So, you can enjoy this. In a 1, 2, 3, let us read. It was midday, and within the Eggman Empire main HQ, an Egyptian vulture was getting dressed for something very special. She had her feathers groomed and had a nice enough outfit on as she looked at herself in the mirror. All right. Everything looks good? Time for me to go meet with him. I hope he likes what I'm wearing. She then heads out, and as she was making her way down the hall, she meets up with a blue fox and an amethyst raptor dragon. Hi, Nymphis. Wow. You dress well. Wait, you look well dressed. Already I'm screwing things up. Wow, you look well dressed. Darian. Yeah, you look really pretty. Yes, thank you. I'm glad someone told me how I look. It isn't too much, is it? No, you look fine. Why are you dressed up anyways? Nymphis blushed a bit. Well, I'm going out to lunch with Cuckoo. He asked me to join him, and I said yes. Darian. Aw, I think it's sweet you're going out with a friend who's a gentleman like him. After all, he is someone who shows you respect, as well as care about you. Nymphis. Yeah, that's it. But I am rather nervous. I mean, it's been a while since I've gone out with someone. Danny. Don't think of it as a date. You two are just going as friends, right? So, just relax and have fun. Nymphis smiled a bit and nodded. Thanks, Danny. I will. Well, I should be going. Can't keep him waiting. I'll see you two later. Bye, Nymphis, and have fun. She heads to the restaurant that Cuckoo said he'd be. When she arrives, she sees him waiting by the entrance. He wore a white tux and bow tie, black pants with shoes. He still kept his hat, though. Nymphis was feeling very nervous about this. Oh my, there he is. He's waiting for me, and wow, he sure has dressed nicely. I guess I wasn't the only one thinking it. Come on, Nymphis. You're here to enjoy a nice lunch with a friend. Just go over and meet with him and have a good time. Cuckoo noticed, and he smiled and waved. Why, hello there, milady. You've arrived in time. I thought I was going to have to wait for hours like last time during last Valentine's Day. Well, I'm here now. Shall we go in? He nods, and they head in. The host in the front greets them. Good day, you two. Are you here to dine? Yes, sir. Me and my friend here would like a table for two. Of course. Come with me. I'm sorry. Come right this way. As they followed, Nephthys noticed a few people staring at them. It made her feel very uneasy when they were given a table by the window. Your waiter will be here shortly. Ready to take your orders. Sorry, let me try that again. Your waiter will be here shortly to take your orders. Thank you. The host leaves and the two were starting a conversation. This place was a nice idea to go to, Kukku. I wanted to be nice for staying out. And to get away from all that noise and chaos. I mean, I may be loud, but even I have my standards. The vulture giggled a bit. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's nice to get out. Plus, you did pick a perfect day to ask me out. Why, of course. What kind of gentleman would I be if I didn't pick a clear day like this? Waiter. Hello, you two. I will be your waiter. What would you like to start out with first? Water's fine. I'll also have water, please. 2 waters coming up. And what would you like for appetizers? Soup would be fine. I'll have a salad. 2 waters, 1 soup, and 1 salad. Gotcha. I'll be back shortly. The waiter leaves and the two continue their conversation while looking through on what they would settle on. Is something the matter, my lady? I can't really decide on which to order. All this looks good, but I'm not sure on what to choose. Kukku decided to help as he looks through the menu and then he finds one. How about this? It's cheap, but it tastes divine, and I'm sure you'll like it as well. You want us to go with the seafood? Well, alright. I haven't really tried it before, but I'll give it a try. Good. You won't be disappointed, my dear. This place does cook the best lobster. I've heard that the largest ones are near the end of their life. So in sense, it's like we're sparing the young while letting the old be put to rest. The parrot mainly sweat dropped at that, for he didn't realize how she knows this, but it was kind of interesting to hear such a bit of detail. Also, fun fact, I do believe that cuckoo is based off a lovebird, which is a type of parrot, by the way. So in sense, cuckoo is a lovebird. Sorry. That's something I never really thought of. Where did you learn that from, anyway? It's something I've learned from a video Ashley showed me about this explorer who travels with his crew and documents animals in their natural environment. It's amazing when you're taught things you never really were told about within schools. Interesting. I think I may ask her to show me sometime. Nephthys smiled that she poked his interest, and when the waiter returned with their appetizers and waters, here you both go. Have you decided on what you would like to order? Yes. We would like the lobster, please, with the lemon. All right, 1 lobster right away. It'll be within 20 minutes. When the waiter leaves the two having their appetizers, but Nephthys noticed some were still giving her looks. She tried to ignore them, but some were talking. Do you see what I see? Yes, dear, I see that too. Who's to think Mobians from other regions should be allowed in a fancy place such as this? I agree. They seem to think that they deserve to be served in the same state as we humans do. That vulture is wearing a mask. Why is that? I think it's to hide that revolting, scavenging face. After all, vultures are the worst when it comes to plucking garbage. Nephthys felt ashamed as she tries to hide her face, while Cuckoo takes immediately notice and spoke up. Pardon me, but I would appreciate if you did not insult my friend here. She and I are here to enjoy, as should you. And mind your own business, and not speak such rudeness, especially to a lady. His tone began to grow more threatening. Unless you'd want me to get mad, I highly suggest you mind your own damn business, so we don't have to listen to your snooty behaviors. This is a fair warning. If you insult her again, do I make myself clear? They nodded fearfully and left. Once that was over with, Cuckoo huffed. Overlanders think they're above and almighty just 'cause they evolved from smelly monkeys. Are you all right, my lady? Yes, I'm fine, Cuckoo. Thank you for standing up for me. Cuckoo smiled. Why, of course. Why shouldn't I? After all, it isn't right to say rude things towards a lady when they've done nothing wrong. Nephthys blushed, but smiled. That's really sweet of you to say, but maybe next time you should just tell the waiter about it. Would have made things less aggressive on your part. Cuckoo's sweat dropped a bit as he scratched the back of his neck. You're right. I should next time. My apologies. Just a force of habit of mine. She sighed, then decided to change the topic to something else. So, how's Speedy been? Speedy's been doing quite well, actually. His flight training has been improving quite a lot. That's great to know. It's nice that he's doing fine. And how's Osiris been? How has that boy of yours been? Oh, he's been learning and growing well. And he seems okay with people like Aklet looking after him. Aklet? That Orca's watched him before? How? When Darien was told to head out on a mission, thus he couldn't watch him. Osiris didn't seem to mind. Then again, he is what Darien is, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. And that he's friends with Darien, which makes sense. When they got in their order and they ate, Nephthys liked it. Cuckoo was right on it being good. Enjoying the lobster, m'lady? Mm-hmm. You were right. Oh, hang on a sec. Okay. After a little break, I'm back. Well, I'm glad I chose for the both of us and that you're enjoying it. My, aren't those two sure seem happy together? I could have sworn they were like dating. Yes, they do seem cute together. Cuckoo could hear that and smiled. While Nephthys was finishing up, the waiter came back. It would seem you two enjoyed your meal? Yes, it was delicious. We'll be choosing our desserts to go, please. Certainly, sir. What would you like, and I will bring you your bill. I'll go with the Oreo cake. How about you, Nymphis? I would like dark chocolate, please. Good choices. I will return with them shortly. The waiter left. Nymphis got up from her seat. I'm gonna go wash up before we go. All right, I'll wait for your return. She smiled and left. The Battle Lord was in his thoughts on how happy he was to have spent the time with the lady bird of his dreams, and hopes to someday ask her to be his girlfriend. Nephthys, in the meantime, was busy finishing up as she fixes her feathers and hang on a sec. Okay, and washing up. She has to admit that today wasn't so bad, and that Cuckoo's been kind and sweet, despite the fact that he was a little mad a bit. Beside that, the vulture felt that she should give him a chance. Thus, she heads out and sees that Kukku was already paying their bill and their desserts were packed. I've already paid. You ready to go? Yes. They leave, and then Nephthys asked if they could go to the park to finish up. Kukku agreed, and they went. They sat at the table. They sat at a table where it was by a tree, and the air was nice and breezy. Nephthys was enjoying the feel between her feathers, and Kukku was admiring this as well. Quite a nice day to come here, wouldn't you agree? It's beautiful out. Not as beautiful as you, my lady. Ooh, Kukku! Got the right words to say, man. There is like... I know people honestly write Kukku as this crazy bird and all, but that was his old continuity. And this, you could say that he's still kind of crazy, but you can tell that he has some standards at least. I mean, how else do you think that he gave Bunny respect? Nephthys blushed but giggles as they had their desserts. Nephthys then noticed a bunch of other mopings walking around, children having fun, couples together. It made her smile a bit to see that even in the darkest of times, there's always a light to it. Kukku was glad that she was feeling happy. It's nice to find people who feel safe and in peace. Friends and family spending time and thriving. It's wonderful, and it makes me wish days like these would last longer. Kukku sat by her and placed a hand on her shoulder, as he could understand why she would be speaking this. You're right. I too wish for my troops and son to settle. The doctor... I will never let him claim the skies, nor will I allow him to take my son away. You really care for your son's safety, as do I. No innocent soul should be result to being forced into something so tainted. I mainly joined to try to keep the balance. And I appreciate that. You are the mother to the egg bosses, or anyone who's in need of your care. An innocent soul such as yourself, who can fight with grace and I respect. Kukku's, I mean, ugh, sorry. Nephthys smiled. She was glad to have someone who respected her. Someone who would hear her out, but wouldn't mind hanging out with. After a while, they decided to head back. As they were making their way back home, I had a wonderful day, Kukku. Thank you Thank you for asking me to join you for lunch. It was an honor that you gave me a chance. Plus, someone as beautiful as you needs a break, and to enjoy some time with a friend. She smiled at that. You're too sweet, Kukku. How's it that you can be very dangerous, yet you can be a gentleman? Years of balancing. I wouldn't be rude to a lady, and even men who prove that they can be not a problem. And for being honest, like Yoster, who I at first did not like him for his questionable choices, but he has proven that he's more than what we thought. Yes, you do raise a point, but I'm glad you're not one-minded, otherwise I wouldn't agree to this. And I thank you for taking my offer. When they returned, thanks for taking me... Well, we're back. Dang it. Skype. Moment, guys. Okay. I'm glad you had fun. I did as well. Well, I guess I should be going now. Speedy's gonna be wondering where I am, so I'll see you later. Kukku, hold on a second, please. Yes? I was thinking that maybe we could hang out again, if you're not busy, that is. Kukku was dancing in his head when he heard that. He was a lucky parrot. A lucky lovebird at that. I love to. When I have enough time, I'll be sure to tell you. And next time, it'll be somewhere else that's nice. Okay, well, see you later then, Cuckoo. See you later, m'lady. He then leaves, and Nephthys went to wash up and get her egg boss attire back on. She was met up with Danny and Mordred. Oh, good evening, Nephthys. Hello, Mordred. Danny. So, how was your little outing with Cuckoo? He was very sweet, and we plan to do this activity again for another day. That's great! Well, good for you, Nephthys. You deserve to hang out with someone who respects you. Nephthys smiles, and Danny gives a thumbs up. I'm glad to, Mordred. Well, do tell us. How was it? She tells them what happened, and they were glad that he was being able to keep things together rather than resulting to blowing things up. They were happy for the Vulture, who was glad to be going for another time with the Battle Lord, who treats her right. Meanwhile, on the Battle Armada. Welcome back, Father. Were things better today? It was indeed, Speedy. And I can say that I believe that I'll look forward to seeing my ladybird again. The Vulture? But Father, she's not exactly, used to us yet. Speedy, I promise she's getting more comfortable, and that maybe she might be your new mother in the future. The young Battle Lord was unsure, since he'd seen her slightly and was terrified. He didn't say more. All the while, Cuckoo was busy fantasizing about where he'll be taking Nephthys. And it will be even better. He was in his own little world of peace. Someday, m'lady, I will prove to you that I am worthy to be the man you deserve. And that's pretty much it. Well, guys, what can I say? I pretty much had, well, in this case, it was definitely nice to read something that involved different egg bosses this time around. And let's just say, Nephthys basically deserved something like this. I mean, come on. She is basically the mother bird, and she doesn't get that much attention. I mean, seriously. Why you give no mama bird some love? I mean, seriously. She's just real sweet and all that. I mean, and she's very protective. Also, Cuckoo. Pretty much, I think the guy deserves some attention. I mean, come on. Just because he's crazy doesn't mean he can't act like a gentleman. Because, well, the reason why I made this is because, well, it was time to actually make this shipping basically be more noticeable. And that's the reason why I did this. Plus, there was the kind of video I did watch where it did had a slight bit of them in it. I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out for yourselves. And it certainly was an interesting little story. And not to mention, it is nice to see that Nephthys finally managed to find someone who would treat her right. Yes, pretty much. And if you guys pretty much wish to hear more about this kind of shipping, feel free to leave a comment below on what kind of story you would want it to be based off. As long as it's basically rather sweet or touching, feel free to leave a comment below. And I will see you all later. This is Ashley and Juliet. We will see you all later. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Bye-bye.